Have you ever found yourself looking around your home, maybe in the quiet of the morning or just before bed, and wondering how much longer you'll be able to manage it all on your own? Maybe it's not even the big things that make you pause. Sometimes it's the little moments, like struggling to open a stubborn jar, feeling wobbly when bending to tie your shoes, or forgetting where you put your glasses. Again, these tiny frustrations can start to pile up, and before long, you might start to wonder, is it time I started thinking about a care home? Now, let me stop you right there. Just because something feels harder than it used to doesn't mean you're losing your independence. And it definitely doesn't mean the only option is moving out of your home. There are some truly powerful, simple routines you can build into your day, starting today, that can help you stay strong, sharp, and in control of your life. Not only can these habits make everyday tasks easier, but they can also boost your energy, confidence, and sense of purpose. And yes, they can help you avoid that dreaded feeling of being too much of a burden or ready for a home. Because you're not. You're capable, you're growing, and you deserve to keep living life on your own terms. Now, I know how easy it is to fall into the trap of thinking that aging automatically means decline. But aging doesn't mean giving up your freedom. It just means you get to take care of yourself in a more intentional, empowering way. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about here. Let's begin with something you might not expect to be on this list: how you start your morning. I don't just mean waking up and rushing into the day. I'm talking about how you prepare your mind and body first thing before the world even gets going. One of the most powerful things you can do every morning is to get your body moving gently. Before coffee, before emails, before even thinking about what needs to be done. Take a few minutes to stretch, breathe, and wake your muscles up. Not a full workout, just some basic movements. A slow neck roll, some shoulder circles, a few steps, in place while holding on to the back of a chair. Maybe even standing tall and taking 3 deep, intentional breaths. This short practice might not seem like much, but it sets the tone for your entire day. It gets your blood flowing, tells your brain we're up and ready, and helps prevent that dreaded stiffness that sneaks up when we go from the bed to the couch to the kitchen without activating anything. And here's the truth: the more consistently you move your body, even in small ways, the more capable you stay. Independence isn't about lifting heavy weights or jogging around the block. It's about being able to stand, reach, balance, and walk without fear. And that starts the moment you rise. Now, once you're up and moving, let's talk about another simple but often overlooked routine: meal times. Not just what you eat, but how you prepare it and how you engage with the act of eating. There's something deeply empowering about preparing your own meals, even if it's just something simple, like a bowl of oatmeal or a sandwich. The action of planning, reaching for ingredients, chopping, stirring, it keeps your coordination sharp and your sense of self alive. It reminds you, hey, I can take care of myself. But more than that, what you're putting into your body plays a massive role in how much energy and clarity you have throughout the day. You don't need a complicated diet. Just aim to include fresh foods as often as you can, bright-colored fruits and vegetables, some protein to keep your muscles, strong and healthy fats to support your brain, and don't be afraid to make it enjoyable. Play your favorite music while you cook. Light a candle at the table. Make it a moment of care and comfort, not just a chore. This kind of mindful eating not only nourishes your body, it feeds your independence. It keeps you grounded, alert, and engaged with your day. Of course, one of the biggest fears many people over 60 have is falling, and understandably so. A single fall can lead to a spiral of health issues or trigger family members to suggest a move into assisted living. But here's the good news: balance and mobility can be improved with small daily habits. And you don't need a fancy gym or expensive equipment to do it. Just try this. Once a day, hold on to the kitchen counter or a sturdy chair and practice standing on one foot. Start with 5 seconds, then 10, then 20. You might wobble at first, and that's okay. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. These tiny routines strengthen your stabilizer muscles and improve your coordination more than you might think. Even walking heel to toe along a hallway or standing up from a chair without using your hands is a powerful move toward staying steady and safe. And remember, the goal here isn't to become a fitness star, it's to keep doing the things you love without relying on someone else to do them for you. The truth is, no one wants to feel like they're being watched over or checked on all the time. We want to be trusted with our own lives. We want to choose when to get up, what to eat, where to go, what to wear. These routines, morning movement, mindful meals, balance exercises, they're not just physical habits. They're acts of self-respect. They're statements that say, I still run my life. And the beautiful part is, it's never too late to start. You don't have to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. You just have to take one small step in the direction of strength, one choice each day to say, I've still got this. Now that we've talked about how your mornings and meals can help you stay independent, let's keep going and explore what other simple routines can make a big difference in your daily life. Now, we've talked about how important it is to start your day with intention, getting your body moving and fueling it with meals that support your energy and strength. But let's not forget about something just as powerful: your mind. Keeping your brain active and engaged is one of the best ways to stay sharp, independent, and in control of your choices. Mental strength is just as vital as physical strength when it comes to avoiding a nursing home. And fortunately, nurturing your mind doesn't require any fancy equipment or complicated routines. One of the simplest things you can do each day is to challenge your brain in small but meaningful ways. That could be working on a crossword puzzle with your morning coffee, learning something new like a few words in a different language, or even just reading a book that makes you think. These little brain workouts don't have to be long or exhausting. They just need to be consistent. The goal isn't to become a trivia champion or memory expert, it's to stay mentally engaged with the world around you. When your mind stays curious, your sense of independence naturally grows with it. But here's something even more important than mental exercise: staying socially connected. I know that might sound surprising, especially when we're talking about daily routines. But loneliness can sneak up when you're not expecting it. And over time, it wears you down. You start doing less, reaching out less, going out less, and eventually you start believing you can't manage things on your own. That's why part of staying independent is actively choosing connection. Whether it's a daily phone call with a friend, a quick chat with a neighbor when you walk outside, or sending a voice message to your grandchildren, these moments of interaction matter more than we give them credit for. If you enjoy being around people in person, consider joining a local group, even if it's just once a week. A walking club, a crafting group, a low-impact exercise class, anything that brings you into a space with others can boost your mood, sharpen your thinking, and remind you that you're not alone on this journey. And if you're more of a homebody, or your mobility is limited, don't underestimate the power of virtual connection. Video calls, online groups for people with shared interests, or even writing letters the old-fashioned way, every bit of connection helps keep your mind bright and your spirit strong. Because here's the truth: independence isn't the same as isolation. You can be fiercely independent and still have a strong circle of support. In fact, that's the healthiest kind of independence. The kind that says, I choose to connect, not because I have to, but because I want to. Now, speaking of routines that support your independence, let's talk about one of the most underestimated habits out there: keeping your home environment safe and manageable. Your surroundings can either support your freedom or slowly take it away without you even realizing it. Let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked around your home and thought about how easy it is to get around? Are there rugs that slide around? Are there cords and walking paths? Is the lighting bright enough to see everything clearly, especially at night? Taking a few minutes each day to maintain a safe and tidy space can make a world of difference. Maybe each morning you scan the floor for anything you might trip on, or every evening you check that your pathways are clear before turning off the lights. It's not about being obsessive, it's about being proactive. One small fall or injury can sometimes be the tipping point toward losing independence. But by building these tiny check-ins into your daily habits, you take back that control, and while you're at it, simplify where you can. Keep frequently used items within easy reach. Add nightlights in hallways or bathrooms. Even small changes like using a reacher tool or installing grab bars where you need extra support can make you feel more confident and capable in your own space. Remember, it's not about making your home look like a hospital. It's about making it a place that works for you, where everything supports your freedom to move, live, and enjoy life without unnecessary struggle. Now, we've talked a lot about actions, moving, eating, engaging, checking your space, but there's another layer that ties everything together, and that's your mindset. How you think about aging, independence, and your daily life matters more than you might think. I know there are messages out there that try to tell people over 60 to slow down, step aside, or that their best years are behind them. But here's what I believe, and what I've seen time and time again. Your mindset has the power to shape your reality. If you wake up each day expecting to feel weaker, more forgetful, less capable, you'll probably notice every little thing that confirms that story. But if you wake up and say, "Today, I'm choosing strength. Today, I'm doing what I can do," and that's enough, then guess what? You begin to notice moments of power, moments where you move a little easier, smile a little more, feel a little steadier. Your mindset is like a lens. If you keep it focused on what you can do rather than what you can't, you'll start to feel more capable with each passing day. That confidence builds. And with confidence comes motivation, consistency, and that wonderful feeling of not needing to rely on anyone else unless you choose to. That's what true independence is. It's having the strength, the skills, and the spirit to live your life on your own terms. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up, doing your best, and believing that your best still counts. So take a moment right now to appreciate everything you are doing. Because every little routine, every positive choice, every time you say, "I've got this," it all adds up, and you don't need to do it all at once, just one simple, healthy habit at a time. That's how you stay strong. That's how you stay in control. And that's how you keep living your life in your own home, your own way. Let's keep this momentum going, because every moment you spend building routines that serve you is a moment of true independence. And now, we're getting to one of the most overlooked, yet powerful daily habits that can help you stay out of a nursing home. And that's hydration and rest. Yes, I know. Water and sleep might sound almost too simple. But trust me, they're game changers. Staying hydrated isn't just about avoiding thirst. When your body doesn't get enough water, it can throw off everything, from your energy levels to your balance, even your memory. Dehydration can sneak up on you, especially as you get older, because that natural sense of thirst can become less noticeable. That's why building a hydration routine into your day is so important. You don't need to chug gallons of water. Just have a glass nearby throughout the day. Maybe one with breakfast, another mid-morning, one with lunch, and so on. Herbal teas, broths, or even water-rich fruits like oranges and melons can help too. The key is consistency. When your body is well hydrated, your muscles work better, your joints feel looser, your thinking is clearer, and you're less likely to feel dizzy or lightheaded. That means fewer falls, more confidence, and greater freedom to move around and take care of yourself. And let's not forget about rest. Getting good sleep every night isn't a luxury. It's a necessity. Your body uses that time to repair, reset, and prepare for the next day. But sleep can become trickier as we age. Maybe you wake up more often during the night, or it's hard to fall asleep in the first place. That's why a calming bedtime routine can make a big difference. Try setting a gentle routine in the evening. Turn off bright screens an hour before bed. Dim the lights, maybe read a few pages of a favorite book, or listen to calming music. Let your body and mind know, hey, it's time to wind down now. And if a short nap during the day helps you recharge, don't feel guilty about that either. The goal is to give your body the rest it needs, so it can keep supporting the independent life you're building every single day. Now, there's one final piece to this puzzle, and it's the one that brings all these routines together. And that's having a sense of purpose. It might sound abstract, but don't underestimate the strength that comes from waking up each morning with something to look forward to. Having a reason to get out of bed, a goal for the day, or even a small project you're working on. It lights a fire inside you. And that fire? That's what keeps you moving. That's what keeps you young at heart and strong in spirit. Maybe your purpose is taking care of a garden. Maybe it's baking your famous cookies for the grandkids. Maybe it's helping out at your church, finishing that painting you started, or even walking your dog around the block. It doesn't have to be grand. It just has to matter to you. That sense of purpose gives meaning to all your other routines. It's why you stretch in the morning, eat well, hydrate, rest, and connect with others. It gives your day a shape, your actions a direction, and your life a beautiful rhythm. And if you ever feel like you're not sure what your purpose is anymore, that's okay too. Sometimes you just need to try something new. Volunteer somewhere, take a class, start a small creative project, reach out to someone who might need encouragement. Purpose doesn't always come in one big moment. It often shows up in the small, quiet things we choose to do every day. So, if you've ever felt afraid of losing your independence, or if you've worried about what the future might hold, I want you to remember this. You have more control than you think. You're not powerless. You're not at the mercy of aging. Every step you take, every habit you practice, every small decision you make, it all adds up. It all matters. You don't need to wait for a perfect time to start. If you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure, just start with one thing. Maybe it's getting up 5 minutes earlier to stretch. Maybe it's drinking that extra glass of water. Maybe it's picking up the phone to call a friend or writing in a journal before bed. Tiny steps, repeated daily, build the strong foundation that keeps you standing tall in your own home, on your own terms. So let me ask you, what's one small thing you're going to do today to support your independence? Think about it, and better yet, write it in the comments below. Share your story, your goal, or even a little victory. You never know who you might inspire. And if this video gave you something helpful, something hopeful, or even just a little boost, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That way, you won't miss the next time we talk about simple ways to feel stronger, healthier, and happier, no matter your age. You deserve to live life with confidence. You deserve to feel proud of how far you've come and excited about what's ahead. Nursing homes don't have to be your future. With just a few mindful routines, you can write your own story, one filled with strength, connection, purpose, and independence. Here's to living your best life at any age, and to proving every single day that you're still the one in charge. You've got this.